For decades, naval warfare has been dominated by missiles. They are fast, accurate, and devastating. So why would China invest in building what could become the largest naval gun ever created? Is this a revolutionary new technology that could change the future of warfare? Today, we're diving into the mystery behind China's massive naval gun projects, the technology involved, and what they could mean for the balance of power at sea. The return of the naval gun. Historically, giant naval guns were the kings of the ocean. During World War II, battleships carried enormous cannons capable of firing shells weighing more than a ton. The Japanese battleship Yamato mounted 460mm guns, the largest ever installed on a warship. But after the war, missiles changed everything. Missiles could strike targets hundreds or even thousands of kilometers away with far greater accuracy. As a result, battleships disappeared, and naval guns became secondary weapons. Yet today, several major powers are once again exploring advanced gun technologies. Why? The answer lies in cost. A modern missile can cost hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. A projectile fired from a gun can be dramatically cheaper. In a future conflict involving large numbers of targets, affordability becomes a major advantage. And this is where China's research becomes especially interesting. What is China actually building? Reports from defense analysts and military observers suggest that Chinese researchers have been working on advanced electromagnetic launch systems, commonly referred to as railguns. Unlike conventional artillery, railguns do not rely on gunpowder. Instead, they use powerful electromagnetic forces to accelerate a projectile to hypersonic speeds. In simple terms, electricity replaces explosives. The projectile travels along conductive rails and can reach speeds exceeding Mach 6 or even Mach 7. At those velocities, the projectile itself becomes a devastating weapon. No explosive warhead is necessarily required. The sheer kinetic energy generated by the impact can destroy ships, fortifications, or other military targets. Several years ago, photographs surfaced showing what appeared to be a large experimental railgun mounted on a Chinese naval vessel. The images quickly attracted worldwide attention. Military experts began speculating that China might be closer to deploying practical railgun technology than many other countries. While official information remains limited, China's continued investment suggests the technology remains strategically important. So why would China pursue such a weapon? There are several possible reasons. First, range. Second, cost-effectiveness. Third, magazine depth. And finally, strategic deterrence. Advanced electromagnetic guns could potentially strike targets at distances far beyond conventional naval artillery. Some estimates suggest ranges of 200 kilometers or more. That would allow warships to engage targets while remaining outside the reach of many traditional weapons. A missile interceptor may cost millions of dollars. A railgun projectile could cost only a fraction of that amount. In large-scale conflicts, this economic advantage could become extremely important. Warships can only carry a limited number of missiles. Once those missiles are gone, resupply becomes difficult. Gun projectiles take up less space and can be stored in greater quantities. This means a ship could potentially maintain combat operations for much longer periods. Developing cutting-edge weapons sends a message. Even if the technology is not fully operational, it demonstrates industrial capability, scientific expertise, and military ambition. To understand why China continues exploring advanced naval weapons, we need to look at the bigger picture. Over the past 2 decades, China has rapidly expanded and modernized its navy. Today, it operates one of the largest naval fleets in the world. New destroyers, aircraft carriers, submarines, and amphibious assault ships have entered service at an impressive pace. China's military planners recognize that future conflicts may depend heavily on maritime power. Control of sea lanes, protection of trade routes, and regional influence all rely on a capable navy. Advanced weapons like railguns fit into this broader modernization effort. Whether or not the technology reaches full operational deployment, the research itself contributes to expertise in power systems, materials science, electronics, and advanced engineering. In other words, the benefits extend beyond a single weapon. The development process strengthens the overall military-industrial base. Building a giant electromagnetic naval gun sounds impressive. Actually making it work is another story. Railguns face enormous engineering challenges. The first issue is power. Launching a projectile at hypersonic speeds requires tremendous amounts of electricity. A ship must generate and store that energy before every shot. This demands advanced power systems and energy management technologies. The second challenge is heat. The electromagnetic forces involved generate extreme temperatures. The rails themselves can wear out rapidly after repeated firing. Durability has been one of the biggest obstacles facing railgun programs around the world. Third is accuracy. A projectile traveling at several times the speed of sound must remain stable throughout its flight. Even small deviations can result in significant errors over long distances. Finally, there is reliability. Military systems must function consistently under real combat conditions. These challenges are one reason why several countries, including the United States, have struggled to deploy operational railguns despite years of research. So, why is China building what could become the largest naval gun ever? The answer combines technology, strategy, economics, and military competition. A successful electromagnetic naval gun could provide long-range firepower, lower operating costs, and a potentially revolutionary capability for future warships. At the same time, enormous technical hurdles remain. Power generation, rail durability, heat management, and combat reliability continue to challenge engineers around the world. Whether China's ambitious project ultimately succeeds or not, one thing is clear: the race to develop next-generation naval weapons is far from over. And as nations search for new ways to gain an advantage at sea, technologies once considered science fiction are steadily moving closer to reality. The question is no longer whether the future of naval warfare will change. The real question is who will shape that future first. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into military technology, geopolitics, and the future of warfare. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.